Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome, friends. I pray that all is going well with you, that Allah Almighty is making your days and nights easy. My question today is, how will Allah know you from the rest? And more importantly, how will Allah know you from the rest if you are doing the same bad things that they are doing? Good question, right? Especially if you're a young person. Let's say between the ages of 12, teens, early 20s. I know you got a lot going on in your lives with your school, trying to fit Islamic activities into your schedule, and inshallah you're doing well with that. What kind of friends do you have? Inshallah, you have the kind of friends who are striving and working hard towards the same goals as you. Striving to please Allah, striving to make their 5 prayers, putting their intentions towards Allah for fasting and that Allah accepted. Are they the type of friends that their Islam circles everything else? Or are they the kind of the friends that you have that everything else has to circle around the Islam? Inshallah, Islam is first in their lives, because when we hang around good association, it rubs off on us. And we have to be very choosy, and we do have to be very selective of our friends. It's easier for bad habits to rub off than it is for the good habits to rub off. You may be saying, well, sister, I want to be cool. I want to have friends. If I'm not cool and I don't go along with the crowd, I'm not going to have any friends. Think about this. Even if you had to stand alone for doing what is right and avoiding bad association, wouldn't it be worth it? Bad association leads us nowhere good. Have you ever been stopped for a ticket by a police officer? Maybe your tail light was out. Maybe you were speeding. And you saw those bright lights. How did you feel? You got scared, I'm sure. Anyone who sees the bright lights in back of them, your heart starts going boom, 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 boom really fast. And it's a very uneasy and uncomfortable position to be in. And you pull over and you end up getting a ticket, and you feel terrible for it, and you wish, man, if only I had fixed that tail light. Man, if only I had not been going 5 miles over the speed limit. But it's too late. You can't do anything about it. You got a ticket, and now you have to go and take care of that, and if you don't take care of that, you get points on your license. And that's a big headache in itself. But you think that could have been avoided if only I had done what I was supposed to do. Bad association, bad friends can be like that ticket that we didn't necessarily need to get. They can lead us in a path that ends nowhere good. When we're young, we're very impressionable. How many young boys do you see wearing the same hairstyles like a lot of the famous athletes out there? Yet that hairstyle is haram. It doesn't fit in with the Islamic personality, but you see a lot of the boys with the hairstyle of a lot of these footballers and so forth, basketball players. And many times they may not even know it's haram, but they're trying to fit in. Or you see the sisters, the young girls, wearing the clothes a little too tight, heavy makeup, dyeing the hair pink. And while there's nothing wrong with wearing some makeup, and there's nothing wrong with putting henna in your hair, but these are things you don't expose to the world. But if you're following the wrong crowd and they're doing all of that, and they're putting it all out there, then you will see your kids will be putting it out there too, if you're not careful. So inshallah, you're being careful. We want to walk with friends who are going to be good influence on us. And we want to be a good influence on them also. You know, as young people, you need to look below the surface. Because everything you see above isn't everything that there is. Most of the bad stuff is below the surface, but you don't see it. And you need to take time to look below the surface. If you were going to jump into the water to go for a swim in the ocean, you look at the water first to make sure that there's no great white shark there. If you didn't, you'd literally be throwing yourself into the jaws of the shark, and there would end your life. If you're going to go swimming in the lake, you make sure that the lake is safe and there's no alligators in there, because you know if you go in the lake, the alligator's going to have you for a snack. We need to use caution in everything that we do, especially when choosing our friends. And there may be a lot of good people out there, and we love them, but the things that they're doing are haram. We love the person, but we don't love the things that they do. And inshallah, may Allah guide them to the right way. But don't let their way transform you from your beautiful Muslim personality to somebody that your family and people who know you don't recognize. And don't think it can't happen, because it does. It happens every single day. So young people, you have to be careful. Nothing is worth doing. Nothing is worth doing that causes you to compromise, to distance yourself from Allah, to distance yourself from your faith, your deen. Nothing is worth it. And these kids out there, whether they're kids in the school or the kids you work with, if they are doing haram, you need to be very cautious. Because it's very easy to be led down a road that leads to destruction. Most of the young people in society today have a one-way ticket to hell. Do you want to be on that same road that they're leading on? No. Some of you may think your parents are old-fashioned. Oh, my parents don't understand. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Your parents were young once also. They may not have the challenges and difficulties that you have today, but they do. When they were young, they did have challenges and difficulties. I can tell you stories of what I went through when I was young. It'll make your skin crawl. So, yes, your parents understand, and you can talk to them, and you can come to them Mom, Dad, how do I make good friends? How do I avoid the haram with the friends that I do have? How can I help them to see that Allah's way is right? Inshallah, you can help maybe somebody who doesn't know about Allah, doesn't know about Islam. By your behavior, your good behavior, somebody may come and show an interest in Islam, all because of your good behavior, your conduct. Alhamdulillah, we have many young brothers and sisters are setting fine examples. And I am sure that you can find in the masjid many good friends. Are they going to be perfect? No, nobody's perfect. Nobody. But people who are striving and trying to do their best that they can to please Allah. Those are the kind of people that you want to be around. You don't need to follow the crowd. Look for good friends who are going to help you to build on your faith. Listen to your parents. They only have your best interest at heart. They're not going to steer you in the wrong direction. If they see something isn't right and they bring it to your attention, instead of getting upset with them, listen to it and be reasonable. Your parents want you to have the best in this life, to be happy in this life, and to live your life in a way that you reach the hereafter. There are so many kids out there that want to learn Islam and don't have someone near them to teach them. Here, if you have it, you should consider it a blessing. And don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Oh, I'll learn my Quran tomorrow. I'll deepen my prayers tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Don't think like that, because for many young people, tomorrow never came. There's a lot of them laying in the grave right now. Tomorrow never came for them. Alhamdulillah, you have your life. Use your life in a way that brings you closer to Allah. Live your life in a way that is pure and clean and healthy. Don't get involved in things that are haram, because they can hurt you in this life. And these things may not get you into tomorrow. It may not get you into Jannah. You are very precious to us older ones. I'm an old lady. I have lived many, many decades in this life. And I've pretty much seen everything. Please, know that we love you and we only want what's best for you. Now is Ramadan, and now is the time to draw close to Allah and to do what is right before His eyes. Seek His pleasure. Don't seek people's pleasure. Don't seek to please man. Seek to please your Creator, the one who gives you the air in your lungs every day. Ask Allah to help you to choose wisely when it comes to selecting friends. And ask your parents for help in that also. They love you. We're not ancient. We were young too. We understand. We want to see you be successful. We want to see you striving and getting the best out of this life, so that when you enter into Jannah, you live the best life ever. Alhamdulillah, for all blessings seen and unseen. May we all, whether young or old, be good examples. And us older ones, may we set the best example for our young people. It's our responsibility. It's not only their mom and dad's, because these kids are our kids also. Every kid in the masjid, you need to look at them like they're your own kids. Be a mother to them. Be a father. Be an uncle. Be a brother. Be a sister. We are all one human global family. In Islam, we are protectors of one another. So let us all do our best to take care of each other, watch over one another, and be a good example. We love our young people. Please, young people, trust in Allah. And know that He cares about you and loves you as much as anyone can, and that we love you too, and we're here for you. Until we meet again, my precious and beautiful friends. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.